I want to talk to you for a moment about the difference between civil liability and criminal liability. And this is a speech that I give to my close friends and family when their children are about to drive. So you may want to share this with your kids. It's 3 in the morning and you've been out drinking. You have a choice to make. My suggestion is that you call your parents or a loved one to pick you up. But if you don't, and they're going to be mad. I always say they're going to be mad. They're going to pretend that they're not mad, but they're angry because they're up at 3 in the morning. But you have to compare that to criminal liability, which is you're out drinking, you drive, and God forbid you cause an injury to yourself or someone else. The fact that you were doing something illegal is the criminal standard, where you're prosecuted by the government and they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you committed a crime. And the punishment for that is obviously prison. So that's the criminal liability. In that same case where you made that bad decision, instead of calling a parent or a loved one, there's also civil liability. That's when you're sued as a result of violating the rules of the road. You didn't drive with the highest degree of care that a very careful person uses under the same or similar circumstance. So criminal liability, beyond a reasonable doubt. Civil liability, we just have to prove it by a preponderance of the evidence, like 51%, just a little bit, and then we get damages. So a civil lawsuit is one for money, and criminal liability is losing your freedom. And I always put that in perspective, and I give examples to young drivers, because you can be both criminally negligent and civilly liable. You can go to prison for a collision, and this is an actual case that I handled where a trucker was not driving carefully and caused this damage. It's the prosecutor's decision as to whether or not they pursue charges that would take away your freedom. It's your decision whether you pursue a lawsuit, a civil case, for money before a jury. So that's what we handle at Cantor Injury Law, is a tort, a claim for civil liability that can be presented to a judge or a jury where we ask for money. And we only have to prove it by a preponderance of the evidence. So thanks for watching. I hope that clarifies the difference between criminal liability and civil liability. And I hope for you young drivers that you understand that you got to keep your eyes on the road, that there's no room for error ever, that you cannot ever drink and drive. You've got to make good decisions because you don't have a second chance. It's a split-second thing. In all these cases, for 20-something years, the testimony is always, oh, it happened so quickly. And it did. It happens in a split second, can change your life. So be very careful 100% of the time. And if someone else is not, I invite you to call me so that I can help you. 314-628-9999. Thanks for watching.